You do not want to miss this video. I'm about to share a dream that I had and you need to hear it. In this dream, I was at a concert and it didn't start yet. They were doing like rehearsal, but I think they had a late start because a lot of people was coming in and they were still rehearsing. But the presence of the Lord was so rich. Like the concert didn't even start yet and the presence of the Lord was so rich. I'm talking about like, you know, those encounter worship nights. I don't really think it meant to be a concert, but in the dream, it was a concert. And so a lot of people was already there, which was so weird to me because I'm like, they haven't started yet. But it was dark in the sanctuary. And then I knew the person was hosting the concert, but I can't put a name to the face and I can't put a face to the name because I didn't see the person. But in the dream, I knew who was hosting the event. So I moved from the front, and as I'm walking down the hall to go to the back where my seat was at, I end up, someone stopped me, talked to this person. This person, you know, I knew them from back home quite a while. And so they stopped me, and then they pretty much said to me about somebody else that I know. They was like, oh, do you see the person? I don't know why he's hiding, because I'm not that freaky. What? So yeah, we needed a break for that. But in the dream, I was like, well, I don't really care. I don't really talk to this person. That person and I are not friends anymore. And then I walked off. But as I'm walking away from the person, it's like my consciousness was like, what? What are you saying to me? And also, you're in church. Like, what? This doesn't make any sense. But then it did make sense. As I processed the dream, and as the Holy Spirit gave me interpretation of the dream, I wanted to talk to you guys about the spirit of perversion. So the spirit of perversion, or perversion in general, is a demonic force that influences to corrupt God's intention, right? And God's original plan to be pure. So what the spirit of perversion does, it deceives, it manipulates, and it creates a replica of what God's original plan is and what God's intention is. So what God's plan is, he end up twisting it and corrupting the mind, the body, and soul to have people to think this is God's intention and this is God's plan, or this is pure when it's not. Understand that the spirit of perversion twists the truth and spiritual doctrine. Not only that, but we have one idea of what the spirit of perversion is, but spirit of perversion can be seen through the act of pornography, the act of masturbation, sexual activity outside of marriage, deception, can also be driven by pride and self-centered,